Hey, what's up, gang? This is the video for our new warm-up for the week of June 15th here. Before I jump into the warm-up, I just feel, you should use this platform to, again, spread that we've adopted a mask policy at the gym. We just started it at the end of the week, and so far, with the workouts that we've had, it's been pretty positive. Definitely something that we'll have to get used to. And we will be tweaking our program slightly to accommodate for this and maybe explore some of the potential upside of wearing a mask without torturing ourselves with some of the more heavy breathing side of fitness. Just like we tried to do when we were in the park, we're going to try and adopt a mentality of using masks as a potential positive constraint. So just looking at our physicality and our fitness from a different perspective with a different lens maybe, and use this time to develop maybe a better relationship with our breath, breathing control, and other things that might be highlighted by having a mask on, and maybe stay away from some of the other things that are going to be like overly burdened by wearing a mask. And then, when times change, we'll adapt our programming. So I think it's been a real nice challenge that way to shape our program to the environment that we're in. And like I said, it's allowing us to tackle our fitness and our physicality from multiple angles that maybe we otherwise wouldn't have. With regards to the mask, just the basic idea here, what we're trying to accomplish is we're wearing the masks not so much to protect ourselves from like the environment that we're in, but rather vice versa, protect the environment from us as a potential host for coronavirus, even in the lower likelihood that may be the case. By wearing the mask at all times in the gym, I think it's going to help reduce some of the potential for spreading germs of the virus in the moisture basically coming out of our mouth as we're doing workouts or as we're even just talking here. So when it comes to the mask, if at any time we're training and you need a break, like it's just become too much for you, definitely go outside, pull the mask off, breathe normally for as long as you need to. There is absolutely no need to push through something that you don't feel comfortable with or stress the body unduly, especially in the beginning. Over time, your body will adapt. It's an amazing organism. We just have to give it time and the right stress for it. Similarly, when you need a drink of water, definitely still stay hydrated, but we just ask that you take the water outside again to peel off the mask, drink, and then put the mask on before you come back in. So, like I said, within the walls of the gym, masks at all times, so please plan to put them on before you come in and then keep them on until you head outside, and hopefully this will help prevent additional spread of the virus, at least within our gym walls, and hope that we're doing the best by our members and keeping everyone as safe as we can while we train. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, tips even, please reach out and let us know. It helps us make informed decisions and make sure that we're keeping ourselves honest and heading in an appropriate direction. So again, thank you, especially to everyone who's come in so far and been willing to subject themselves to the first time training in a mask. It's a new challenge, but it's definitely doable. So we're going to get into this week's warm-up here. So head-to-toe warm-up, just like we've been doing, just some new moves and maybe some old ones as well. So find some space. So this first part, we're going to take our head and we're just going to push it forward and back as far as we can. So it's like we're lengthening the neck forward and then we tuck our chin back. Next up, we're going to try and make some circles with our head here, just sending the head forward, tucking the chin. So similar motion, but we're kind of doing it in a wave pattern. Switch directions, lead with the chin, Nice. Next off, this will be a bit of a review for some folks here. You're going to take your hands out. You're going to rotate one of your arms internally, one of them externally. And we're just going to twist the toothpaste. So trying to start with both palms facing upright here, facing upright, and just rotating as far as you can. Go ahead and let the arms hang down. Take a little bit wider stance. We're going to droop our left hand down to the side, keeping your arms straight, and basically letting it go down as far as you can to one side, really stretching through the side here. We're going to take 3 to 5 big breaths. This will give you a good chance to become acquainted with your mask if you haven't already. Try breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth if possible right now. And just lengthen through the side as you inhale and exhale. You can put your hand over your head to increase the intensity. And let's go to the other side. So just let your right arm go down. Keep both legs straight. Keep your shoulders square. And just start to breathe. The hand over the top if you want to increase it. And come up. Next up, we're going to round forward, and I want you to hug an imaginary giant atlas stone like an exercise ball. So I'm not keeping a flat back like I would deadlift. I want to round my back, tuck my heel or my tailbone to my heels, and really breathe into my mid to upper back. So as you take that big inhale, feel your chest cavity expanding. Just using this shape as a new challenge for breathing. Get a bit of a stretch. This next one's going to be tough to talk as I do it, but we're going to arch back and do the same idea. So we're going to arch our back and take 3 to 5 really big breaths. Definitely challenging. All right. Get our headrest there. So we're going to do the little inflatable man thing where we kind of rotate around the body. And your challenge here is as we get to the backside, I want you to pick a level on the wall or the horizon where you're able to keep it in your vision the entire time. If that's where the floor and the wall meet, awesome. If it's lower, if it's higher, keep that in your vision the whole time. So we're going to start by drooping down to your right side. If you can touch outside your feet, awesome. Drag your hands around. And then when we go around the side, like I said, try and spot something all the way around. It's going to slow you down a little bit and really focus on control as we go around. Let's get one more. Good little test for your inner ear. If you get dizzy, definitely just stand up and give it a second. But let's go the other direction now. So drop down to our left side, scoop it around, and around. So try and pick that spot on the wall or the floor. Oh, almost ate it. Huh. You may find that one direction is more challenging than the other, which is kind of strange because we pass through the same positions each way, but for sure that second direction was more challenging for me. One of the reasons we go both ways is so that you can get a little bit of a practice on both sides. So next up, let's get some squat bounces. So just down to the bottom of the squat, and we're bouncing. You can move side to side, but just open up the hips, ankles, knees, maybe even your spine, reversing down the bottom, nice and easy. So this next part is an excellent drill, but you have to find where you are individually. I think some people will be helped by holding on to like a post on the squat rack, or even holding on to like a 10-pound dumbbell or plate for balance, so you can get through this. But the idea is we're going to internally rotate, so like collapse at the arch of your foot and try and touch the foot to the, or the knee rather, to the ground. This is different than pivoting on the ball of your foot and touching the knee. I want you to collapse at the arch and go down as close to the ground as you can. Listen to your knee, listen to your hip. This doesn't have to be an aggressive move. We just want to coax a little internal rotation at the hips and the knee there. So play with it. Like I said, if you need to hold on to something, I do think it's more beneficial to be kind of like unsupported if you can. But like I said, find where you're able to do this safely and effectively. Okay, so from this squat position, we're going to start with the right side. Go ahead and put your hands down. We're going to kick your right foot back into a lunge. And ideally, our hands are kind of inside of our feet here. I want you to rotate your inside arm up, put that hand down, rotate your outside arm up. And then last here is I want you to try and straighten your front leg as best you can. If you need to come up onto the tips of your finger, that's cool, but we're getting a little bit of a hamstring tension here. Then we're going to come back into a squat, and we're going to go with the left leg back. Left leg goes back. Rotate. Rotate. Push up into the hamstring, hold it for a moment, and then back into the squat. We're going to do that 2 more times on each leg. Kick the lunge back. Rotate. Rotate. Straighten the front leg. Left leg goes back. Rotate. Rotate. Straight leg. Last time through on each side. Right leg back. Rotate inside. Rotate outside. Straighten the front leg. Squat. And now the left leg goes back. Okay, last off here is we're going to do an extension of the shake series that we did from last week. So last week we just kind of stood on 2 feet and we shook through our body just as a way to kind of release tension. You can think of like the muscles or the meat just kind of swinging on the bones of your body, whatever visual works best. But this week we're going to do it with just our legs. So if you need to balance with like a PVC or maybe the squat rig, try not to rely on it too much. Ideally we get to the place where we can do this just balancing on one foot. Let me just make sure that my video isn't dying here. Ha! But we're going to shake on one leg here. We're going to go for 30 seconds. So find like a rhythm where you can kind of just shake your leg. You can do it closer down to the ankle. You can kind of do it higher up at your thigh. Find what works for you, but we're going to try and get as relaxed and loose through the shaking leg as you can, and just shake the meat for 30 seconds. Definitely can get in the habit of carrying a lot of tension, so this is a way to at least bring a full picture to it. So let's get 30 seconds on the other side. New relationship with your body and what it's capable of, or tools you can use to operate it. It's also pretty physical. It's a bit of a challenge. Try not to fall over like I did, but do your best to just keep the shaking. Okay, after the second leg there, 30 seconds, time to get into the rest of our workout. Enjoy it.